There's Carnivore Keith.
So excited. Hi, Keith. Hey.
That's awesome. Some have 2 pros. There we go. Keith, what are you doing today?
I'm on a bit of a fast today, so
don't talk about all the stuff we're going to be smoking from these smokers.
It's a good thing you came late because you missed out on the video that they were showing of all the meat from Texas. Ashley's video. I don't know if you've seen it or not. About the recap of Carnivore Camp.
Yeah, I have. It's you guys break my heart. I'm telling you. Yeah. I see you guys all. I know, Michael, you understand what I'm saying, but
I know.
I watched you guys getting together, and I sat there and I'm sitting there.
Look, I'm coming by this
November
24th. I'm swinging by Chicago, picking up Michael. Then we're going to hop on over to wherever that place is in Australia.
Adelaide.
We're going to go over there. You meet us in Adelaide. We'll carpool to Melbourne. And then we'll have a smoker party on Lindy Smoker.
There you go.
Yeah. You coming over?
Yeah. I was thinking of going to Melbourne.
Yeah, come to Melbourne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm gonna smuggle Michael in on my carry-on.
Yeah. No, it was. I could see all the fun in that you guys are having, and I do want to know what it felt like for the both of you to finally meet each other and then meet all the other carnivores that have been so influential in our lives.
Soon, Keith, you're getting there, man. We're all getting there.
I was super nervous. I'm really shy meeting new people, but for some reason, Todd and Coach Raymond pulled up in their little Jeep or big Jeep van, and I just felt so at home. Raymond came up and gave me the biggest hug. I didn't know what to do. Do you shake hands or whatever? He just came up, gave me a hug and says, "Oh, Lindy, you're so little." I'm like, "Me, little?" That was the first thing that came out of his mouth, and I'm just like, I've never been called little before. So that was amazing. And then jump in the car, and there's Todd. And I just felt so at home. And then walking into the barn, it was full of people. Kerry, Adam, Midlife Carnivore, Lynn, she was there. Emily, I can't even remember. Ashley and who's here, they're all there, and I just felt so welcome, like I've just walked into my own house. It was the weirdest feeling, and everyone was just hugging and friendly and just warm and inviting. And for me to leave the comfort of my home where I've been locked up for 6 years and pretty much housebound, and flying halfway across the world, walking into a house full of strange people. Yes, I've met them online, like just watching videos and maybe doing a little live stream here and there, but it just felt like family. I have never experienced that. Like I hope my friends aren't watching, but I feel closer to my carnivore friends or carnivore family than I do my real life friends, which is very sad. But I just love it, and I miss it all so much. Yeah. Do you want to say hello? She's been attacked by birds. Here you go.
Do you miss Texas and the shooting range yet?
The shooting rings, yeah. Not the heat. Yeah, not the heat.
Not the heat. Yeah. That's awesome. So it was hotter there than it was in Australia at the time.
It wasn't hotter, but going from 10 degrees Celsius days to like 36 degrees it's quite hot.
For sure.
Is it Ashley?
Hi, Ashley.
Yeah, it's freezing. I've got both my little heater on down here and the big heater on, just to take the chill off the air. It's freezing in here.
It's currently 5 degrees outside.
5 degrees outside. So what's that in Celsius? Oh, in Fahrenheit. I don't know.
41.
41.
Shorts and t-shirt weather.
No. There's Missy. Remember Missy? She came to Joe Rogan with us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now
All
we
right.
need to do it again. That's a good question. Missy, how are you going to come now to Florida? You got to put that on your list now. You're part of the crew now. Let's see here. But yeah, Keith, when we get to Australia, you got to swing over. And then if we have the meets, we know the doctors will come. So they hear that there's going to be smoked prime rib again and tomahawks and dino ribs. I don't know if you have dino ribs in Australia. You might have.
I'll find out. Well, Dr. Chafee's going to Adelaide, so I'm sure because Bella and Max are coming as well. So I'm sure if they know Max and Bella are coming here, they'll come to Melbourne. So we might have Dr. Chafee here as well. So yeah, we'll see if Dr. Kills can fly down. He might be able to fly you and Michael down.
There you go.
That'll be cool.
There you go. Send him a DM. Say, hey, we're putting our thumb out.
Yeah, maybe if we lie a bit and say Taylor Swift is coming in November, he might do the trip.
For sure.
Is Coach Emily coming to that too, and Coach Raymond?
I don't know. I think Emily was going to talk to John, but I haven't heard any more. So we'll see.
But Bella and Max are definitely coming.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Gonna be
So
awesome.
we're going to have a full house, and then Adam and Kerry will be here as well. So
Missy, we're praying you will be for sure. It'd be great to see you again. I'll have to find a comedy club in sorry, I got a weird notification right on my computer in the middle of that. We'll have to find a comedy club in where is it at? Is it Tampa?
Tampa. Yes.
Yeah. Gosh, just Tampa, Florida just sounds hot to me. Like, why don't they do it someplace not sweltering?
Is Florida a large place? Like, is it huge or it is? I have an auntie in Florida, but I have no idea where. So I'll have to ask her.
It's long.
Yeah.
Okay. I know she's near the beach because she walks to the beach.
So
I know.
Florida's pretty much all beach.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. All right. So it's long across the coast. Fair enough. I still haven't got my US map. I'm going to have to buy one, I think.
Is that on the East Coast?
Yeah.
Florida? Okay.
It is. Man. It's going to be hot. And it's going to be so humid. Yeah, Florida's hot. Beth, why is it that we're already starting the heat anxiety for me?
No, I'm looking forward to the heat. I think by next year you'll be able to cope with it a lot better as well.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping to be 100 pounds lighter. I have been moving some weight since I got home. So
Yeah.
You look good, Todd. You
Thank
are
you so
looking
much.
good, my friend.
It
And
started.
I don't say that very often to you at all. You know that.
I told you never to say it to him. Come on.
It must be shocking then.
I saw. So
I was going to say, have you met LT yet? Is LT awake?
I don't know. Did you see LT last week, Keith? Did you watch the last episode? No, you missed one of our episodes.
Yeah.
All right, off. He don't watch it. He don't come on the show.
You want to show him LT, Michael?
If he's gonna wake up and he's gonna start talking, and once he starts talking, he doesn't shut up. He's annoying. Sometimes I got to put him in a box to keep him quiet. Because if he gets
You
the
would
light,
put an LT in a box, wouldn't you?
yeah.
That sounds exact.
He's up. Howdy, howdy. LT's in the house, baby.
That is disturbing to look at, Michael.
I know.
it so much.
I look. It scares me every morning. I come out here and it's sitting there looking at me. And I go, LT. I said, you got to make the coffee. You got to make the breakfast. Get my bacon going, and it just sits there. It doesn't do nothing. It's fussy.
I want one so bad. I want one so bad.
You're gonna have to tell Lindy where you got it, Michael. For
Yes, please. Yeah.
LT clone. Oh, there you go. Missy has an aunt in Florida too, about 3 hours from Tampa.
Okay, I'll need to find out where mine is, and maybe we can go and visit Auntie's as well while we're there.
Let's see. You have the beach and the ocean, at least that's for sure.
Do they have sharks in Florida?
Yes. Yeah. It's,
Okay.
Alligators and you name it. Yeah.
Okay,
it's
interesting.
so right.
Yeah, it's pretty cold, isn't it, Sandra?
I seen a video of an alligator climbing a fence into the pool.
Yeah. Yep. That unlocked a new fear level. I've had 2 of them: alligators that climb fences and scorpions that climb walls.
Yep.
Yeah. That's them. Still, they teach us stupid stuff in school. They need to tell us about that. That's what they need to be telling us about. We're in these schools. I've been in Tampa during Christmas. Oh wow, that's not good, Beth. If it's hot in Christmas, September is not going to be fun.
Well, maybe the next place needs to have a pool.
Here we go. You guys want to go around the horn on this question? We're going to put Keith on the spot. What are you eating today, Keith?
He's fasting.
He's fasting.
Yeah. And here we go. For me, I keep everything simple. I'm a simple man with simple needs. And eating wise, I can't go past beef burgers, bacon, and eggs. It's as simple as that for me. I'll have a steak, if I've got a nice steak. I tell you what gets me a lot though is brisket. I do it in the slow cooker, and the brisket in that. Put that all together, and it slowly cooks, and then the smell drifts throughout the kitchen and the rest of the house, and I just can't stop eating that. So yeah, very simple stuff.
So tasty. How about you, Lindy? Michael.
Hi, Lindy. Me? Okay.
Go.
I usually stick it to my eggs, and usually with ground beef, and I mix it all together. I make scrambled eggs with that. I usually have that every morning, and then I have either I make a stew with chuck roast, and and I make that in a pressure cooker, and I love that. Ground beef burgers, ground chuck, I love. I make like a meatloaf with that. Anything simple. Cooking is so easy today compared to what it used to be.
Yeah, I keep it simple too. I like my beef, but I'm struggling with that again. I go through periods where I just can't get anything down, and I'm going through one of those right now. So I've been having a few sardines, just the tin sardines, and I just sort of saute them up in a bit of tallow with a bit of hot sauce, and that I can get down pretty easily. And having a lot of egg couladers. It's just like a shake that I make with egg yolks, bit of butter, bit of tallow, add hot water, bit of salt, and just blitz it all up. And I have that at night time, so it's nice and light, and I sleep so well after drinking one of those. Yeah, it's like a big warm hug at night just before bed. I'm going to try some ground beef today, maybe pop some egg in it, just some raw egg yolks, and mix it all up. see how I go with that. But I do miss my steak. I just struggle to eat it right now.
Yeah. Before I went to Texas, I would eat a lot of omelets, steaks, and I like to take and chop up 50% bacon and 50% ground beef and make burger patties out of it. I really like that. That's one of my favorites. Some chuck roast. But honestly, for the last, because I did lion diet for the first 3 months of this year, and then which I was just eating ribeyes and New York strips. And when I got done with the lion diet, I missed the eggs and the testosterone boost I was getting from them. So I pretty much went back to trying to eat 36 eggs a day. I don't know, I probably averaged 24 a day. I would eat 36 one day and 18 the next day. So probably I would actually average 24. And a little bit of bacon. I'd make a pickled jalapeno bacon
Burgers.
Omelet, which is what I pretty much ate all the time. Very good. But since I got back from Texas, I haven't really had an appetite. So I've been eating a lot of meat sticks, honestly. I've been way under eating in all reality, but it's been hot and I haven't had an appetite. So it's like I've been eating these meat sticks. I've been eating I don't know, 6 or 8 meat sticks a day, but I just have not had an appetite. And so I'm probably going to have to, it's probably the stress of the time of year too. I haven't been
heat, everything. Yeah.
The heat, the fireworks season, the works picked up. So I just haven't had an appetite. But for the most part, when I am on a very good routine, which I'm not right now, I would eat usually 2 meals a day, and it would usually be 80%, 70% probably bacon and eggs, and then 30% steak and eggs, sometimes hamburger and tallow too. I would have that. So that's usually my wheelhouse. But I hope that gives you some ideas. Did you just say you have croc farms?
In the territory, that's up the top. We won't be going there.
Why do you have croc farms?
Why? I don't know. When I was at the airport coming to Texas, someone actually had crocodile jerky. I'm like, where the hell do you get crocodile jerky from? If I had have known there was such a thing, I would have brought some for you guys. But I'd never actually seen it until I went to the airport and somebody had it. So anyone know where you can get crocodile jerky from? I might give that a try.
I have no idea. I want to see Todd ride a camel and an emu. What you're saying is you want to see a camel and an emu die of heat stroke. That's what you're saying.
Well, I actually looked into riding a camel, and it's a limit of 90 kilos. So that counts me out.
Yeah.
As for emu, you'd have to be, I think, a lot lighter to ride an emu.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If that is a thing.
I think you might see a camel ride a Todd. You might see that happen. I could probably carry a camel for 10 feet or something. But I don't think you're going to see a camel. They'll do that thing where they go down so you can get on them. They go on their knee. They'll never get back up.
Yeah. 90 kilo limit for that one.
Yeah, so. maybe a trip in 2025 we could do a camel. Wait, you said 90? What is that in pounds?
You're Michael.
185.
Oh, 185? Oh no, I will never be 185 pounds.
maybe even more. Maybe closer to 200 or something.
If you skinned me and stuck me in a dehydrator, I wouldn't weigh 185 pounds. So that's not going to work. So me,
what
11. I got
what was it, Michael?
198 pounds.
Yeah, I'm not getting to 200 pounds either. That's not happening. Yeah. How about a stunt camel ride? 1 foot on each of 2 camels. I like that. Crank. Well, no, because when one camel would lift its foot off the ground, wouldn't that put more of my weight on the other? I think.
Got to time it just right.
I think we're in for a wreck.
Yeah. And they can be pretty nasty too, don't they? Spit.
They
And
can
so
bite
do
you.
emus as well. They spit. I'm frightened of emus.
Yeah, they're gonna be rough
Mm.
for sure.
I'll stick to my koalas and the kangaroos. They're friendly. Except for the big reds. We don't have the big reds here, so there won't be any wrestling. They're all the little grey ones.
Right?
Mm.
Interesting. Let's see there. Okay, I think we caught up on that. Well, I don't know. I'm going to be excited to see how your smoker works next week. I think that's going to be really fun.
Yeah, well, christen it on our stream. That'll be awesome. You can teach me how to cook my prime rib. I'll
Well,
order that.
It's going to have to be a 2-part series, though, because I don't think it'll be done in time. Maybe if we start the show with you putting something in there like steaks, probably we'll probably have to start with steaks, because if it's too big of a piece of meat, it'll take.
Takes forever.
Yeah,
Then
we
that
can do some steaks for brekkie, and then I can put a prime rib on after that, and then
Smoke some
put them on
salmon.
later.
I got to look, though. Let me look at the calendar for next week. When is next Sunday? Ooh, Sunday's the 30th. Yes, next. I'll try to make that work. Next week, I might be out at the stand. I might be doing this from the stand. 'Cause next, on the 30th, things might be pretty crazy, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But no worries.
So
Yes.
we can do it the following week. I'll just practice.
No worries. Yeah, the following week, when is that? So that'd be the 7th. Yeah, that would be following Sunday would be good because the craziness would be over. It's about to get.
You may have your Traeger by then, and we can do like a joint Traeger challenge.
We could for sure. You'll see me with a whole cow in my smoker.
So you've got July 4th coming up, Todd, for the fireworks.
Yes, sir. You're gonna have to go back and rewatch this video because we played the fireworks video. We played. Have you seen Ashley's video yet on our recap from Texas?
Carnivore Brothers.
Yeah. Ashley was a hit. He was the main man and made my mouth water when I heard you guys talking about this.
But did you watch his last video where he said he called it Camp Carnivore?
I think so. Yeah.
That one was awesome. I love that video, man. He did a great job of capturing everything we did in Texas, for sure.
I heard you guys talking about it and naming it Camp Carnivore. I love all these new names that everybody comes up with. You know.
I've been a little bit distracted. How are you doing on your YouTube videos, Keith? Are you putting some out there?
Yep. My last one, because I actually disappeared for a little while after showing my physical body composition. I took my shirt off and did all of that, and it actually got me mental health wise. So I started getting the old voices starting to come back in. You're not good enough. You haven't done enough. You should be doing more. And I traveled down that path for probably about 6 weeks. So it was tough. But the thing I find though is I had to keep going to our SBG meetings, and I had to, if there was anything, and I had to put on a bit of a brave face too. It's something that I think we all know, and that we can all do. And but as soon as I got off the camera, it's a bit like a movie. It's a bit like an actor. you get off the camera, and those voices just were there again, Todd. So I went away for not a lot, but I was dropping, at least once a week, and then all of a sudden I went away for 6 weeks, and I just wasn't sure whether I was coming back or not. To be honest with you guys, I just didn't feel I had done anything.
Look at your pictures. What do you mean you haven't done anything? Look at your picture.
Yeah.
Look at where you were and where you are today. Keith, you've done so much.
Day and night.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let that stuff.
Don't let it get in your head.
No.
It's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
And I know it happens to all of us. And
Yes.
it's hard, but just all you got to do is look back at your pictures and think of where you were before you started all this. And you know it better than anyone.
I look back and of the people I used to know and the people that I know now are completely different people.
Right.
It's before it was more about I needed to have a lot of people, like be sociable. So I had to do certain things. You know, I had to be a certain way. I had to act a certain way just to feel like a part of a group or a part of friends or things like that. But today, I know you guys accept me for who I am. And that and that's so powerful to me that even when something like that happens to me, I know you guys, even though I can't catch up with you all the time, or maybe I don't feel like I'm in the space to be able to catch up with you guys. I know you're there. You know, I know you guys are there, and I hear your voices every time, and those are the voices that are stronger. Todd is a little bit annoying at times.
It drives me nuts, man.
Fair enough.
When he goes on his rants, I gotta unplug sometimes. I gotta pull my ear out.
You laugh, but true story. When I went to Texas, Mom was off the rails eating junk. She went off the rails. So I was like, well, whatever. I guess that is what it is. And so, I mean, the kitchen was full of donuts and whatever. Well, she got sick while I was in Texas from eating junk. You know, she always does when she eats that stuff. So she got sick, and then she started watching her, videos and so, since I've been back, all I hear on Mom's television 24/7 is Bella the Steak and Butter Gal and a bunch of my voice in there, and I can't stand listening to myself. When
Gives you a headache, doesn't it?
Oh, good Lord. I'm like, how do these people put up with me? I cannot stand hearing my voice on the television. Gosh, it's terrible. I'm like, could you shut that off, please? I don't want to hear that anymore. So I actually, oddly enough, I actually agree with you. It is hard to listen to me.
Well, I get like the comforting voice, like from Lindy, I can hear, and then the knowledgeable voice, like Michael, I can hear, But yeah, Todd,
Right. Pull my finger.
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Fair enough.
But it gets through. It does the job, but it helps. So
that's awesome.
And I think just by what you're talking about with your mum, sounds like she's really proud of what you're doing.
Yeah, I think I think she's decided she wants to fight again. So
good.
That's what she needs to do.
Yeah. In fact, I'm hiring Coach Amy to coach her now because I gotta help her with her phone. But when I get done with fireworks, I got more time because she won't listen to me. She won't. So I'm like, she needs a coach, and I think Amy has the temperament to put up with mom's cantankerousness. Let's put it that way. So we're gonna see how that works out here shortly. So, but I'll keep you posted. And the reason why this started was because she was like, I joined Dr. Baker's site, and I'm like, that's good. Do you know that they pretty much are like, they don't really do coaching there anymore, so there's nothing that can happen there, So that's why I was like, you need some help. You need to go do SBG. So anyhow, it's kind of funny. I was laughing because she's trying to do it on her own, and because she won't listen to me. But I suppose
maybe you should invite her to the NSV meetings. They're really motivational and inspirational, and just listening to other people's NSVs.
Yeah,
Hmm.
if I could get her in there for sure. Like she can't do it on her own. And then, but I could set it up for her so she could see it. But then there's a very good chance she's going to unmute herself about 1,500 times during the call, like that.
Couldn't you set it up on your iPad and stream it to the TV? Then she can't unmute.
That's a good idea. Maybe I could do that. I don't have an iPad, but I got a tablet.
You can do it.
Yeah,
from
tablet.
Your phone, whatever.
Yeah, and just stream it, and that way she can't push any buttons. But she can watch, and then she'll see you on there as well. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I screamed when the camera stood up. I was going straight over it. That's funny.
Yeah.
That would be fun, though. That would be fun. I'm not doing this for it. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Prostate cancer.
Yeah.
Best thing for you is carnivore. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Health and healing first over weight loss for sure.
For sure. Even if I don't beat cancer, the side benefits. Absolutely.
It's going to give you the best shot of beating it. Let me tell you.
For sure. Stop feeding it, as Dr. Seafer would say.
Yep. There he is, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Thanks so much for coming in.
3 Musketeers. Whoa.
Uh,
Hi, Chicken Dinner. I love it.
that's awesome.
Great name.
Yes.
100%.
Thanks, Missy. You're a world of knowledge too, Missy. I see you in our chats and listen to you in our True the Fat conversation, and thanks for that. I just go through things sometimes, and it is what it is. I seem to rebound better
than you used to, right?
I just come back faster. But I appreciate that, Missy.
The emotional roller coaster is real with carnivore. Like you get your ups and downs. I had a real down moment coming home from Texas, just being in such a fabulous life, and then came back home and back to reality. I've got no support here, no carnivores, no one to talk to, and I really went through a bit of a down week. Like I'm still trying to get over it. Yeah, I really missed that atmosphere. So yeah, it happens, but you just keep on keeping on. Every day gets better.
For sure. Todd, it's called powdered butt syndrome. When you have powdered someone's butt, you don't want to take their advice. Keith, did I powder your butt?
Not that I can remember, Todd, but I don't know with you these days.
I think he's talking about mom, but yeah, that definitely, mom powdered. Yeah, I got you. That is for sure. That is for sure. I think that is what happened, because she does not want to take my advice right now for sure. That's awesome. Beth got it. Hey, Scott, how are you? You can hop on. The link's in here if you want to say hi. See, somebody appreciates my talents. Thank you, Missy.
I love the accent. I actually do love your accent.
I don't have an accent, Lindy.
You do.
Do I have an accent different than Michael's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's the hat.
Well, I could try taking it off, but the camera would go.
I love Michael's accent too. They're totally different accents to me. Yeah.
It's just like Lindy's. Yeah. Look at Lindy's and Keith's.
Yeah.
But I hear their differences, but I don't hear a difference between me and Michael at all.
Oh, there's a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
My voice is soothing and smooth.
Yes. Yes.
Yours is annoying like a cat in a bag.
Oh, geez. That's not an accent. That's saying it's annoying. Is there a tone difference?
Yeah, yours
Cadence?
is.
There is a difference.
It's how we were raised. We talk different.
I don't know, man.
Just listen to him.
Todd's
You're
got
simple.
three of us
Todd,
telling him
Todd,
stuff.
you're
telling
simple,
him-
as Dr. Barry says, or Dr. Baker
Dr.
said.
Baker. Dr. Baker said I was simple. He's a simple man. There we go. Here you go. We'll put the link in the chat again. Anybody wants to come in and say hi? Pasting it right now. Hop on in if you want to visit. Well, that's interesting. I don't feel like we have an accent. I feel like Southerners have an accent. Missy, you need to settle this. Do I have an accent compared to Michael, or compared to your Texas folk down there? Let me know if I have an accent. That'd be interesting. I don't think we have accents here.
Oh,
We all appreciate you, Keith.
Yeah. You're so loved.
Yep.
This is that carnival family I was talking about. In real life, we just don't have that support, but here, it's just so much love. Hey, Scotty.
There he is. How you doing, Scott?
There he is.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are we?
Yeah, great. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm all right for being me.
I see I've been watching some of your videos. You've been really hitting the working out hard lately.
Making the effort. Let's put it that way. I mean, I think I'm a person who gets all in, so I have to be very careful because I'll hurt myself. So I'm ramping up.
Nice. How's it going? You feeling good?
Man,
You look good.
Yeah, I'm feeling. Okay. So I'll be 62 in a month or so. Everything I do feels a little different than maybe 10, 15 years ago.
Sure.
There you go.
And then I had some pretty major surgery on my neck about 20 years ago, and I started doing farmer carries, and I'm doing a beggar's version of it, mind you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm feeling it. They say it really hits your trapezius muscles, and yeah, I feel that. But my goal is not to be radical and then quit, but to be steady and increase as I can.
That's a good plan for sure, huh?
It's a plan.
That's awesome. Well, I look forward to keep watching and seeing you progress, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how big little steps, little consistent steps get to,
Adds up.
Big little, yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Hey, I tell you what, I was living vicariously through you and Lindy when you all were in Austin.
That's awesome, man.
And you guys were just absolutely amazing. And I think maybe more was done for the carnivore space via the gratitude and grace that all of you showed each other.
Man, I'll tell you what, it was one of the funnest things I've ever got to experience in my life, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
It really was. It was awesome. You're gonna have to come to the next one because, well, you're in Mexico, not Tampa. I was thinking you're on the other side, but next one's in Tampa, Florida.
Well, I'm in Alabama, so it was probably quicker and easier for me to go to, probably equidistant Austin to there for me.
Oh, really? For some reason, I thought you were in New Mexico.
No, I was born in New Mexico. I was stationed in New Mexico. My family lives near there, but no, I'm not there.
Oh, okay.
I'm in North Alabama.
That's crazy. For some reason, this whole time I thought you were in New Mexico. That's funny.
Well, it's probably because you hear with an accent also.
Wait a minute. Listen, right here. Proof is in the pudding. Todd, I don't think Todd has an accent. Right there. I'm not crazy.
Lisa probably has an accent too, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Probably
would
from
say
Montana.
I would say that any accent you have, Todd, is more what you were talking about. Your vocal intonation is pretty high in the register, and it's forward through the nasal, so it gives you a little bit more of a regional sound there.
More like a cat in a bag.
No. And that's disturbing that you know what a cat in a bag would sound like.
Exactly.
I've heard recordings.
Oh,
That's what you do on the internet. Now we know, Michael. Now we know.
yeah.
Oh.
Just tell the Navy committee. Yeah, Marnie, I got to be honest with you. When I look at that, I was listening to a gentleman of a Buddhist faith, and he was always saying, instead of getting mad at these aspects of your personality and doing that, he said, instead invite them to sit down next to you, a Thich Nhat Hanh, and he said, tell this part of you to sit down with you on the bench and not be angry, because if you think about it, it's a part of you. And if you're going to be creating division within yourself through a negative speak, right? Well, you kind of left everything knotted up, and instead you sit and said, it's okay that you're afraid. It's okay that you have anxiety. It's okay that like you had a bad day, right? They wrote a song about that, had a bad day, right? And I've heard all of you say before, don't let today's bad moment be the reason you get off of the path you're on, right? And so I think maybe I understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying there, Marnie, but I think maybe if we could put a finer point on the pencil and say, it's going to be all right. Let's just work with this.
I can say that the best part about it is that I'm not using medications anymore to try and fix that problem. To try and quieten those voices, or to try and delete them, or make me go into another space. I'm using my carnivore friends, my carnivore connections, and my carnivore food.
Amen.
So,
I mean, they say that. I mean, the brain works better on ketones. It's a primary fuel. The body works better on it, and the Dr. Eads that has a lot to do with the mental space with brain physiology.
Yeah.
100%. Yankee, Chicago born, Texas, Southern raised. Absolutely. I like this. Charlie's 100% right. Us Southerners is the ones that ain't got no accent.
Right.
Exactly, Charlie. Let's see here. Yeah.
I was talking to Coach Amy in one of our meetings, then I tried to tell her that she was looking sexy, and she says, I didn't quite get you. Did you say 60 or 60?
Oh no. Oh no. you just put 9 years on her.
Yeah.
She's about to clobber you.
That's because of my accent, and
Yeah.
That's awesome.
oh wow.
Thank you, Missy. Todd, your accent sounds kind of like Minnesota accent. I suppose so. I am Norwegian, so we have people there, I think. Let's see. Born and raised in California now. I live in Idaho. Oh wow. I'm not far from Idaho. Yes, exactly. Todd has the least amount of accent. Exactly.
Right.
But if you live in another country, I've been blessed to live in like Germany and be in a lot of places. And and I have a hearing deficit and a speech impediment. And a lot of times people say, oh, you sound like you're from Boston or New York and no, none of that. I was just, I went to like 6 years of speech therapy and my parents got gypped. I sound like a New Englander.
For sure.
And he agreed.
More of electrolytes help for sure, but he's having dizziness and headaches.
Probably
I know.
keto flu.
Yeah, probably the keto flu, some oxalate dumping, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things will do it. I think as long as you stay hydrated and you have the electrolytes, you're just gonna have to pull through it. Oh, here we go.
Do you have enough fat in your diet also? Because
Yeah.
I noticed for me, I had a lot of that same thing early on. I didn't really have a keto flu, but I was really low on my fat, and you got to get it.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
For sure. Hey, Russell, how are you?
G'day, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, I'm fine. I've been watching this on YouTube actually, and I didn't realise I could. I found the link to come into here, so
Oh, no worries.
I've been doing just a little bit about me. I've been doing carnivore for I'm on day 77, I think today.
awesome.
Nice.
On my
Congratulations.
own, I joined you lot about a week or so ago. But I've been doing it on my own. I'm 77.
Oh, you look great.
Just past being a war baby. Been a battler all my life, but I was told I got prostate cancer about 18 months ago, and there's been no follow-up on it until just recently, and they said they'd do a biopsy, which hasn't happened yet. But I'm feeling that good on this. Like I've lost 9 kilos. I didn't need to lose weight really. I've a little bit of a belly, but I've lost 9 kilos. But the benefits, I'm off all my medications except for a beta blocker, which you've got to wean off that one. I am weaning it myself off it without seeing the heart specialist yet. But I've been on heart medications and stuff like that since I was 52, so it's been 25 years now, and I've stopped the whole lot because my blood pressure was dropping so much. I decided to get rid of the cholesterol tablets as well, the gout tablets, everything's gone except for the beta blocker, which I'm pretty sure the beta blocker, I've got to get off that because what it does, it slows your heart rate, and with this diet, my heart rate's been dropping down below 40 beats a minute, so
Wow.
Be careful.
I'll get off the beta blocker as well now. So this diet, this is amazing. I can't believe it. And yet I wasn't doing it to lose weight or get off medications or anything.
Right.
It's amazing. Anyway, thanks for your work, guys. Brilliant.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your testimony. I think this is so important. And I don't know, what do you think? To me, this is the best way to spread this, is with our own results. And then we, our loved ones and the people around us will see it. And it's contagious, results are contagious. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, very true. I've been posting on my Facebook about my progress, and I've put a testimony up there of why I'm doing it and everything else. And now I've got a couple of people that have started the diet as well. They just sent a message say, "Oh, I'm starting day one." For what reasons they're doing it, I don't know. I should get back in touch with them, I suppose, and find out if they need any help. Because I'm retired, I just spend most of my time on the internet, trading and stuff. But I've probably watched 200 or 300 hours of videos from the various doctors in this field over the last 10 weeks, maybe more. It'd be a couple of 100 hours, I would think. I nearly qualify as a doctor, I would think now. I know more than my doctor, I know that, because when I told her what I was doing, she said, "Oh, you can't do that, you got to eat vegetables." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "For your vitamins and minerals." And I said, which vitamins? And she said, "Oh, B12. I said, "Look, we did a blood test last week. What's that say about B12? She said, "Oh, it's very high." And so she got flustered and referred me to my heart specialist. And
pass
the funny
the
thing is,
buck.
yeah,
that's all
yeah,
right.
that's right. And the funny thing is, I got a phone call from the heart specialist saying that they wanted me to come in and have an ultrasound of my chest, my heart. And so I went in there and did that, and there was the bloke, the technician or whatever he was. Turns out he calls himself a scientist, so he must be a doctor or something. He's a big man, and he's doing this, and he said, your heart doesn't seem too bad, even though I've got problems with my heart. He said, it seems pretty good. I said, well, I've changed my diet. He said, oh, yeah, what were you doing? And I said, oh, I'm just eating meat. He said, I've been doing that for 9 years.
Wow.
I said, really? I said, he's trying to get rid of the excess flesh and stuff at the moment, so he's not losing as much weight. But I said, oh, yeah, what do you eat? He said, I have a coffee in the morning, come to work, and when I go home, I have 2 Scotch fillets. You call them ribeyes, I guess, but that's all he eats. He eats once a day, and he's lost a massive amount of weight apparently.
Wow.
But he's been on it 7 years or 8 years or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it just astounds me what this does.
It's incredible. It really is.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
What was your first thoughts on it, Russell, when you first started looking into it? Did you think?
I believe that, like, about 45 years ago, I went on a ketogenic diet. It wasn't called, there was no such thing as keto in them days, but it was the same diet. It was a diet by, it was through a multi-level marketing company actually in Queensland. A fellow who was a naturopath, he's since died of old age, but he cured himself of cancer when he was in his 30s with diet, and so he was promoting herbal products which cleansed your liver, supported your system while you were eating a high protein, high fat diet with low GI vegetables. And I did that. I lost a lot of weight back then, but I completely forgot about it after the company went broke and whatever. I wasn't able to buy the supplements anymore and so on. And I just lived my normal life for the last 40 years, drinking plenty of beer, and I've always eaten well. I've always eaten plenty of meat. But when I heard, when I was told of, or when I started to think about this prostate cancer, I just didn't worry about it when I was first told. But I'm from a farming background, and life and death cycles are normal for me. I just accepted I was going to die within 10 years probably, and I'm already 70 odd, so I'm 77 now. I never really worried about it. I didn't think I'd ever live out 10 years anyway. But I had a change of mind about 2 or 3 months ago, and decided to do some research, and I come across Carnivore. Now I can't remember which doctor it was initially. It would have even been Dr. Chaffee or Dr. Berry maybe. I found their videos on YouTube, and I started following up on it, and it triggered my brain remembering about what happened 40 or 50 years earlier when I was on basically a keto diet. And so I really researched it deeply and decided to go whole head. I just went boom, straight into it, totally meat. I've had some bad experiences with diarrhea and everything, which everyone else has, I guess. A 4-day flu, which I thought was COVID, but on the 4th day, boom, it just disappeared. And so maybe that was associated with it too. I've had the weight loss as a byproduct, shocking exhaustion at times, which I haven't been able to work out how to fix. Then yesterday, all of a sudden, I was full of energy. But I'd eaten I had taken a few spoons of MCT oil. I started on a a course of methylene blue, which I don't know if you guys know about or not, but I don't know whether that's going to help, but it's supposed to support mitochondria. And I'm on my second week now of membendazole because I'm continuously in ketosis now, and between 4 and 8 millimoles or whatever they call them. So hopefully I'm on the right track.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're feeling good?
Yeah, I feel good. Yep. I get a little bit of chest pain occasionally, but I've had that for half my life. So, but I'm there's no doubt whatsoever that my blood pressure and everything else has gone back to normal. And I've been on these tablets for 25 years.
Right.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's incredible, man.
God knows what it's cost the government to keep me alive on tablets, because I get them on the PBS, which is only $6.80 a script, and I was on about 5 different scripts. And some of those, like the beta blocker, I think they're about $40 a month, something like that. And I'm only been paying. So the government's been paying for all this shit for 25 years, and now I'm off the whole lot of it. The doctors don't like it because they're going to miss out on their cut now, but too bad. I want to try and convert at least one doctor in Darwin. I live up in the top end of Australia in the tropics. There's no carnivore doctors here that I can find. But I want to try and convert at least one to carnivore, so we can get some sort of a support group growing locally, you know?
They may be in hiding, though, so they don't get in trouble from the other doctors.
Right?
It's possible. Yeah, that's possible, I guess. I got no idea why you'd hide. Why wouldn't you just go out in your own practice like what Dr. Chappie's done, you know?
For sure.
You choose a lot more.
Let's see, we got a few questions to answer here too. Mutus Medicine asks question, any advice for a struggling beginner? Did y'all ever go through this? So I believe
that's going to be back to the dizziness and the headaches, that the question that she asked before. And I am going to say that's keto flu, especially when you're first starting out. It took me 5-6 weeks to get through that. It's not easy.
Yeah, I've had no flu. I've had a little bit of flu, but only a few days. But I found that one of my main problems is cramps at night in my legs and my hands. And I take a big pinch of salt in some water before I go to bed at night.
Magnesium will help with that a lot.
Yeah, magnesium.
Yeah, magnesium as well.
Yeah, let's see. Withdrawals depending on what you are prior to food and additives. Absolutely. Let's see here.
I also think how long you've been doing something has an impact, you know. So, like I've had a 25, almost 30-year relationship with artificial sweeteners. It's very difficult for me to give those up. So, I mean, you got to figure out who you've been dancing with all these years.
Right.
Yeah. Sweet. I get incredible cravings for sweet things, especially if I just smoke the joint or something at night. But it's and so I've got some raisins. I got a little box of raisins in the fridge, and I'll take out 4 raisins and slowly eat 4 raisins, and that gets rid of the craving.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there's not a lot of sugar in 4 raisins.
You could set the smoke aside too and not get the craving, but you know.
Well, I get so bored. But I'm not drinking as much as I used to. I've cut back.
Good.
So I am still drinking, but I found that I can still drink. Oh no, I know the alcohol's not good for you, but I've been doing it since ever. But I found unless I have a really heavy night drinking, if I go out or something like that to the pub, that's the only time that my ketone levels will drop the next day a bit. But you know, it'll go down from 4.
All the sugar.
Yeah, it's the carbs in the beer. Yeah, right. But it still doesn't go down to 0. So I am drinking a lighter beer, a low carb beer. But I know I've got to stop that. But, you know, the benefits are just outstanding. I'm talking to the preacher to the converted, obviously, but the weight loss I didn't need to lose, but I have lost it. The pain is arthritic pain has gone out of my ankles and my knees. Half the pain out of my lower back's gone.
That's incredible, man. That's
my
very good.
Needs to go up steps. I can just walk up steps now. I couldn't do that before because my back hurt so much.
Right.
Yeah. The champion within wants to know if Russell, if you have incorporated any resistance training yet.
No, none yet, but I'm going to. I do have a referral from my doctor from 12 months ago to go to an osteopath or something like that
Nice.
for me back, and I'm going to follow up on that now and get some exercises. So
Good.
I can't afford to be going to, these professionals regularly, but and I can't really afford to go to a gym, I guess. But
you don't
I
need to.
I would be able to afford it if I give up the grog, maybe.
You know, I'm embarking on a journey here, Russell, where I'm not going to spend money on the gym. So I picked up a bucket and I put things in the bucket. You can put dirt in the bucket,
Exactly.
water in the bucket. You know, you
1
can
gallon
do,
of water is 8 pounds.
yeah, you can do sissy squat, what we call sissy squats. You know, push up. If we could get our bodies to the point where our body weight is too easy, we would probably find ourselves in a much better space physically, to where then if you wanted to go buy a kettlebell and try to swing that around your head for a while, you know what I mean? But I'm a ways away from that right now.
Right.
Yeah. I don't live enough room to. I don't have enough room to swing into that here. I just live in an old caravan. But I have been walking. I've started walking. I'm doing 3 kilometers a day at the moment. Working back up. That'll help muscle me up a little bit. My weight's gone down to 73 kilos, which is only about 175 pound, I think, roughly, or a bit less, maybe. I don't know, but I don't really need to lose any more weight. I need to put weight on, a bit of muscle, actually.
160 pounds, 161 pounds.
Is that all it is?
Yep.
Shout out to Dr. Nelson too. We met him in Texas. He came up to us and said hi. That was awesome. It's great to meet you, Dr. Nelson. And
Very cool.
let's see. And then I got a topic for Scott here next, but he says, one word changed everything for me: diabetes. Absolutely. And this is a great way to get rid of that for sure. Scott, can you tell us? I know that you have some exciting news about your liver information.
Yeah. So a little background is, of course, I carry extra weight. I'm fat. I got it. They actually said I was morbidly obese, which I don't agree with. I want to fight them on that one. But the idea being is, but I got some ultrasounds and that said, yeah, you have a fatty liver. And we hear about that, pretty ubiquitous in the community. And I thought, okay, I got a fatty McFatty. I'm good, right? Well, I maintained that for years, right? And then about 2 years ago, another diagnosis came in that said I had portal vein hypertension. So your portal vein is where all your lymph, remember all that lymph we talk about?
Yeah.
The portal vein is where all the lymph dumps into the liver. And that lymph also, by the way, carries all your dietary fats and everything, right? So it all going into my fatty McFatty liver. Well, because the liver was it's not a filter, but it kind of performs it. I guess they were saying that the portal vein, which is a very low pressure system, right? So you don't have a heart. So, only 4 or 5 inches. I don't know if it's inches that they measured in, but with your blood pressure, 120/80 or whatever, for your liver, you're talking about 6, right? And they say your portal vein should only be a certain diameter. And then if it's enlarged, that means the pressure's up and there's some decidedly poor outcomes. If you have they have acetites and varicose. So basically you can have a water fluid buildup, or you could have basically varicose veins in your throat. And if one of them ruptures, you're toast. It's like an aneurysm.
Right.
So it's not a good thing. Well, I did carnivore for about 100 days, 110 days last year, fell off the wagon, fell off the planet, came back into it in February, been on it now for 100+ days, and got another set of images done. And now the doctor called me up for the hepatologist from the liver clinic of the VA. I said, I no longer have portal vein hypertension as a diagnosis.
It's awesome.
Beautiful.
That is
And
That's awesome, Patty.
And the doctor was absolutely amazed. She was like, so. And I told her all the things I do. And Russell, I get you, brother. But I had to give up even my occasional drinking, because if with a fatty liver, so all alcohol gets converted into fat in the liver. There's a whole bunch of cascading, like you said, Russell, bad things with the alcohol, etc. But if I already have a fat liver and then I'm adding insult to injury, it just didn't make sense to keep doing it, right? So I get rid of that, got rid of all the sugars. I just tell doctors anymore, and I've seen some comments on it. I just tell the doctors, I don't tell them I'm carnivore. You know, I tell them I'm just eliminating sugars from my diet.
Mm-hmm. Best
And
way to
so-
do it.
And then my doctor said, I said afterwards, all done, I said, so what kind of diet plan do you think I should be following? And she said, well, all the conversation at these symposiums we go to, and then she told me all about symposiums, like I don't know what one is. And she said, what they're saying now, the most common thing they're saying is Mediterranean. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a Mediterranean. You know, I'm not going to. What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I said I'm not going to fight the fight with them anymore. You know, I'm going to just say, you know what? If my blood work is coming back good, if nobody's getting worried, you know, and they got some more tests to do, because they came up. I also came up with, hey Brett, by the way, and Johnny, I came up with fibrosis and cirrhosis.
Wow.
But talking to my doc says, yeah, we think that cirrhotic imaging, and you know, they could do a needle stick and do a biopsy. And I'm like, no, I don't think you're going to stick my liver with a needle. But everything else seems to point to not having that. And on top of it, there are these areas that are missing fat in my liver. So it showed, you know, have you ever seen a fatty liver image?
Oh, yeah.
So basically, it's just like a nice grayed out image, because the fat attenuates the signal, so it doesn't come back nice and clear, right?
Right.
So it's all like opaque, if you would, like a foggy day in my liver. Well, now there's pockets where it's clear. And the radiologist, and when I looked it all up, they said you have to be very careful, because that's indicative of liver cancer. And then I maybe had tumors. So they did all the battery tests to make sure I don't have any tumors. I don't have any tumors, right? But what it is I think, if y'all have ever heard this, but you can't lose fat, like you can't just do crunches and lose fat on your stomach, right?
Right.
Well, I think what's happened is in my liver, as I'm losing the fat through the carnivore way, I think just different areas are getting rid of it before other areas.
Right.
And so my liver is starting, they say it had surface nodules on it. And I think that it's kind of like, what is that you get on the back of your legs, or like cellulitis or something? I think my liver is deforming because some areas it's collapsing, some areas still has the fat, so it's not homogeneous anymore.
Right.
But the good news is the doctor said, I don't even think you even have cirrhosis. I think you're good. We're just going to keep an eye on it. Got some tests to do in about 2 months. And I said, I'm going to keep doing what I do.
That's right.
So
That's awesome, Scott.
Fantastic.
That's
1.5
awesome.
pounds way up.
Yeah. Lucky with the liver, it can heal itself. So
If you don't kill it.
That's a good point there.
That's
And your body knows, your body, as you go on, as you, for anyone that's, I don't know who else is listening here, but Your body heals itself in a particular order. It knows how to heal and what to heal first. And
Right.
for me, it was the arthritic pain first. That went within 2 weeks. And then it was various. The last thing I've noticed that has changed is I've got one tooth here that needs a root canal, and now the pain's gone out of that tooth, and that's taken 10 or 11 weeks. And I can't believe that. That's just unbelievable. So I'm just hoping and praying that the cancer will eventually go as well, or at least decrease in size. Your body knows what it's doing. You just got to feed it right.
Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome how we can make these observations about ourselves now?
Yeah.
Whereas I remember when I left them up to the doctor. I left them up to the health professional, you know, and they would tell me from what they were seeing, what was happening, and then prescribe me medication for it. They've got the right tools in that for us to find out. I don't put them down, but the conclusions that they come to now are not the same conclusions that I might come to now, because I'm learning about myself. I'm listening to people like yourselves going through this information gathering and then just putting it out there and giving your version helps me to have my own mind to do the same. So I just want to say how much I appreciate what you guys are saying.
Well, I think all of us would say that our body of I'll use the word knowledge loosely, but our body of knowledge is so much greater than it was when we were ill and not finding. I listened to a thing with Dr. Barry and Dr. Paul Mason today, and they were saying about how doctors, and Paul Mason says, record your doctor. You know, they should let you record what they say, and they should send you your test results, and they should give you all this stuff. Hey, Lori. I knew a Roy Wetzel once. Anyway.
Keep going. I listened to that. I watched that podcast last night. Actually, quite amazing. And the next time I see my doctor, which will only be, I think it'll be probably sometime this week. I expect. Well, I'm definitely going to ask about recording the conversation with the doctor, and what the doctor spoke about last night, and I'm going to ask for copies of all my blood tests from the past and so on, so I can sort of analyze it myself. And I'm going to ask for a more complete blood test next time. I'll pay the extra to get the total lipid thing, or whatever they call it, and everything. I want to see what's happening inside.
I always want to, when the cardiologist says dumb stuff like this, I always want to ask them, if their information works so well, why is the number one killer of cardiologists still heart disease? You know what I mean? It seems like a conflict of interest to me.
I can remember 25 years ago when I first went into hospital for I had to go in for a facial operation. I'd been pretty well wrecked up, and all this side of my face here is sort of scrunched up because of a severe fracture through here due to an altercation with an idiot. I got smashed down onto the corner on the pool table, the hard metal corner on. I got smashed head first into that and ended up in hospital. And they, at the time, I was over 50-year-old, and the doctors wanted to do all sorts of tests on me to see whether I could handle anesthetics, because they had to push all the bone back out to reconstruct. And that's when they found out I had severe heart problems. which was from heavy drinking for years. And the doctors, they had to run a lot of tests on me at Monash, which is a university joint down in Melbourne. They had to run a lot of tests on my blood work and just everything, you know. And the bloke that was running the tests on a treadmill and stuff to see whether I can handle a particular blood pressure tablet, he said, well, it's time for a break. He said, you can have a 5-minute break. And so I got off the treadmill and sat down on it. I could see him out. He went out into a little courtyard outside and he's smoking a bloody cigarette, the bastard. I thought, Jesus Christ, I can't believe it. It was just amazed me. A young bloke treating people with heart problems due to cigarettes and drinking, and there he is smoking in front of me.
You just needed a pint to finish it off.
Oh, it was just, I was astounded. But then I forgot all about it, of course. But they don't have a clue, I don't think. There are some that do, obviously. But anyway, I've got to stop hogging the microphone here.
You're good. You're good.
Todd's gone to sleep, I think. Wake up, Todd.
Oh, sorry. I got my fireworks go on sale tomorrow, and my guy that runs my Google listing and sets the hours for opening and close is in Mexico. So I texted him and said, could you please set the hours, because nobody knows on Google that we're open tomorrow, because right now it says we're closed. And so he just sent me the information so that I could do it. And if I don't do it before midnight, then it won't happen tomorrow. Just got to click.
What do you sell?
I sell fireworks seasonally during our 4th of July. For 12 days. Yeah, I sell artillery shells and the big break shells that go up in the air, and bottle rockets, Roman candles, all that stuff. But,
I live in the Northern Territory, and this is the only part of Australia where you're allowed to have fireworks, and it's one day of the year, Territory Day, and that's this week, and it is like World War II. It's for it starts a day as the sun goes down on this particular day. It's the day that the territory became a state, actually. And when the sun goes down, you're allowed to set off fireworks until midnight. And it's astounding. You just can't believe it. Houses get set on fire. There's bushfires around. I don't know if you've ever been in the tropics, but in the wet season, the grass grows 10 feet tall, right? There's this invasive grass from South Africa we've got here now, and it grows 10 feet tall. And of course, the fireworks season is in the dry season, and all the grass is dry. It just catches fire, and there's bloody fires everywhere. There's 2 or 3 houses get burnt down every year. People end up in hospital, but we've got our fireworks, and
it's not a party till a house burns down.
No, that's right. Yeah, you can always build another house.
So, Lindy, how's the reacclimation to home going for you, and how did your daughter like the trip? I know you already talked about this a lot, but how'd your daughter like it all?
Oh, she loved it. She loved it. And I think she wants to come back to Florida next year with us. So hopefully all going well. The 3, my husband and daughter, will come along. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm back on track now. Just miss everybody. I just had such a great time. I was living the high life, and now I'm back to the grind and back to work and my boring life. So yeah, holidays end, but looking forward to Australia when Todd and Bella and Kerry and Adam and everyone come here. So November,
Wow.
So that's going to be exciting. So I'm hoping we get half the team up and can do some adventures here in Aussie. So looking forward to that.
I'll be bringing my Kubra.
Yes.
Lindy brought me one in Texas here recently, so I have an authentic
The
Australian Kubra, which means I think with the hat, it allows you to wrestle alligators. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we're going to have to find some alligators so you can put some teeth in there.
Yeah, I need some teeth like the Crocodile Dundee.
They'll put some teeth in you, believe me.
Just watch out for the stingrays.
Yeah, that'll get you.
Too soon.
No, I don't think so. Norm Macdonald had the best skit on that after he passed. It was great. I used to love that skit. But I got okay. So this is funny. I'm guessing Drew must know some of my family because that Bach Ness Monsters is the name of my nephew's monster truck shop, right?
Wow.
So it's the Bach Ness Monsters. So I'm guessing this must be friends of my nephew. Hi, Drew. But well, that's awesome. Man, it was so much fun. This 3 hours just flew past. Let's see what he says here. No, not at all. I just thought about it last week. Oh, right on. Well, that's funny because my nephews and my sister-in-law's license plates all have some rendition of and they all have mud flaps that say the Bach Ness Monsters on it. It's kind of funny because it's on their monster trucks. So my nephews have. Oh, let's see if I can show a picture of them. Uno momento. Because my nephews love the monster trucks. And hold on, sorry.
Let me ask a question while you're doing that drive.
Yeah.
For Lindy particularly, but anybody else, is there anybody who's going to be doing something different in their carnivore journey because of what you learned or saw at Hack Your Health?
No, we didn't actually get to attend Hack Your Health much. We were there on the Sunday and saw the SPG sort of talk. Because we were busy with the live stream trying to get everything working on that. So we missed quite a bit. But I did buy myself a little massage gun. So it's like a long stick and you can massage yourself. And my God, that is so good. And that's been helping with my challenge because I'm doing an arm flab challenge at the moment. So
right.
Very sore shoulders. And I can actually give myself a massage and it feels wonderful. So that's probably the only takeaway that I've got from Hack Your Health.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a shame. It's a shame. But next year I plan to do the whole event. So we'll be a little bit more organized. We learned a lot this time round. So
Oh, there we go. Michael's got it. That's my nephew's monster trucks. They call themselves the Bach Ness Monsters.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So that's where I thought that was coming from. That's funny. Let's see here. I can love it, new man inspired by you. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. Okay. It'd always be KetoCon for sure. Brett's in the house. That's me, Todd, Lindy, and Mandy. Or Hack Your Health, doing steak and butter gang. Yeah, it's so awesome. We get to see Brett now bunching during the week in the Chew the Fat meeting at SPG. It's awesome.
Ashley's been attending some of the meetings too. So
yeah, for sure.
It's been great to see them.
Well, that's great because I think community is probably one of the things that is going to provide the greatest amount of consistent support through the journey, because we're going to have moments when we're down or we miss the mark, and having people there on a regular basis for accountability really helps.
Absolutely. No, that we see that every day at the Chew the Fat meeting and Steak and Butter Gang. Mm-hmm. It is so handy for everybody to have a place to talk, and to just work stuff out. Like it's, this thing is not. Carnivore is not smooth. It's incredible how things that it can heal, but it still has its ups and downs. You still have stalls, especially when you're oxalate dumping and stuff, especially when you're moving a, Carnivore is so powerful and so effective that the changes that you make really are life-changing, and they are insurmountable. And so it's we go through some stuff for sure when we're having that big of a body and metaphysical change. That
and accountability too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And just, you could be doing everything right, and you can just have some weird days because your body's going through some stuff, It's just working through some stuff.
I look at it as just as a process of saying it's the devil's in the details, and it's the little things. It's consistently. So like the other day, I was at someone's house and they had cookies and candy and whatever, right? So most days I can walk by that and it doesn't bother me at all. People can drink around, it doesn't bother. People can smoke, it doesn't bother. People can eat, it doesn't bother. But every once in a while, so I had like 2 cookies and 3 little petit four cakes, right? So wasn't a great moment, and I realized it, but I didn't let it get me off my game, because the devil's in the details. Every day, you got to just do the little things every day, and next thing you know, you've gotten through a week successfully. And I would think having daily chew the fat groups who are expecting to see you there, and then if you don't show up, that's that accountability aspect that really helps.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. And just, it keeps you focused. Your attention can drift if you let it stay out here, and all of the people that sit here go, oh, sugar's really not all that bad. Oh, surely, if it was, the most addictive, whatever, or, however many times more addictive than heroin, they wouldn't happen. All these things. When you're out here in the world that thinks that carnivore is so crazy, they can grab your attention. They can start picking away at your resolve, and you kind of lose focus,
Right.
But when you can come back to, it's kind of like carnivore church in a way, Scott. I mean, it's just like the same reason that we go to remember our foundation and get, always check in at home base and know, because we gotta veer from there, but we always got to come back, to get our bearings. And that's what carnivore communities are like too. Absolutely. Yep. If anyone out there is just starting carnivore, or if you just need support and community, consider joining Steak and Butter Gang. 150%.
Congratulations, Mia.
Congratulations. What are the dates at Hack Your Health for the next year? So I know that it's in September, and I know that it is in Tampa, Florida, but I do not know the exact dates. Sometime in September. So we're going to be working that out as well. 11 months carnivore and just had my first major oxalate dump. Explosion. I think a dump like the keto flu was crystals coming out quite discouraging, disconcerting. And I've heard the stories. Yeah, for sure. It was weird, right? Because I didn't have an oxalate dump until about after a year myself. And then all of a sudden, I had crystals coming out of my pores, and I had rashes on the back of my legs, like came out of nowhere. I wanted to itch the skin off of my legs. It was driving me nuts so much every day. And that went on for months. It was crazy.
Yes, that's excellent.
Now I have white deposits in a couple of fingers sometimes. Gotcha. Steak and Butter Gang is amazing, absolutely. But yeah, so definitely recommend it for anybody starting out. But man, 3 hours sure did fly by today. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Thanks for coming on, Russell, Scott. I definitely go.
Thank you.
Yeah. What about me, Todd? Hello.
I'm working my way down the line. First of all, you said you don't like the sound of my voice, sir.
So he was trying to save your ears a little bit. Huh?
We should put him back in the waiting room. You didn't watch our last episode anyways. Yeah, Carnivore Keith, New Zealand, right?
On and off, yeah.
Carnivore Keith, NZ, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm thinking about, due to you guys, wow, I have
Kiwi
a bit
Daddy?
of a laugh with it. Yeah, Kiwi Daddy Carnivore is a.
There you go.
There
You
you
should.
go.
Just because it still represents me as being, well, most people would know Kiwi being from New Zealand,
For sure.
So
The accent.
yeah, I've been thinking about changing it definitely. Has a little bit of a flow and a rhythm and
For sure. Well, that'd be awesome. But yeah, definitely go check out Keith. And man, it's been so much fun. This hour this 3 hours just flew by like it was an hour.
Yeah, that's good.
We will see you guys next Sunday, and hopefully,
Unless Todd blows himself up testing fireworks this week.
yeah, unless I'm just a red mist after
Pile
fireworks
of dust.
testing. A little carbon offset for me coming your way.
I can always have LT sit in for you, Todd.
Thank you. He's gonna little T might have to come in and take my place.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to the voice that
He's got big shoes to fill, but he can do it.
Nice. Well, we appreciate it. We love you guys. We are praying for you, and we will see you next time.
Stay carnivore. Bye, guys.
Cheers,
Bye.
mate. Bye.